Hello all, I'm back again with another short video on Vastu diagnosis for your any health ailment. So what I'm going to cover today is to just showcase if someone has got any health ailment, how they can actually pinpoint that ailment or that disease or that issue or that issue which they are facing in terms of your health through the Vastu Purush Mandala. So we will go through that to see what area of your house is actually getting impacted or is not balanced or has got an anti-element or is actually, in Hindi you also can say dushit, is not well managed or is not balanced, or there are some anti-element there. Then we can actually look at it and see which area is actually causing that, and then we can remediate that, right? So let's go through that. The idea is to cover all the body parts or the body parts of this Vastu Purush Mandala, which is being showcased here. Before we do that, some housekeeping work. As I said yesterday and again today, there is another batch coming up in May for 16 weeks. The registration date is by 20th of May. Fees is 19,000 rupees for people in India, and people outside India is US $300. 16 weeks, 2-hour class, everything is online, and if you register by 20th of May, then you can join the course. The course will start by end of May. Hopefully people can enroll before 20th of May. Okay, another one is again just to do a bit of housekeeping in terms of my books. As I said, all my books are available on Amazon.com, and this is a very popular book, and this is also a very popular book. So if people want to buy, they can buy that. The details about the course is also available on our Facebook page and is also available on our website, which is www.astrovastus.com. Okay. Okay, so this is, as you can see, this is the Vastu Purush Mandala, which is this head, and this is the feet. So rather than drawing my typical, 2x2 matrix, which I normally use, and I'm a big fan of 2x2 matrices, so which actually helps me to articulate, issues or anything which I have to study. I normally, try to articulate that way. So I haven't used that. I'm just using a Vastu Purush Mandala, which is being drawn into 9x9 sections, which is what the 81 sections, which is what traditionally what we are used. So we are used to. So if you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9x9, 81 boxes, and this is the center. Right, this is the 3x3, this is 3x2, this is 2x1, right, 2 boxes, and each of these 32 devata has got 1 box each, which is the 1 pada. So if you can see, this is the northeast, that's the head. Okay, now the way it works is the Vastu Purush Mandala is lying upside down, so you see the back of that. And in this picture, these are known as the marmstal, which we are not going to cover today, but just concentrate on the parts of the body, so that once we know which part of the body, which devta and which section of the house represent which part of the body, then we can actually look at if the problem is in that portion of the body, then we can concentrate that. So this is the head, and on this side you have got 2 eyes. So as you can see, Parjanya and Diti are the eyes. Okay. Diti is obviously the mother of the asuras, and Aditi is the mother of the devtas. Okay. The next one, you've got eyes here, then you've got 2 ears. So as you can see, Jayant and Aditi's ear, right? Now if we go further down, the mouth will be here. So Appa is regarded as mouth. Okay, sometimes these 2 boxes are represented like this, but Appa Vasta is your chest, right? Parjanya is eye, right? Parjanya is eye, Jayant is ear. So then we go further down. This is neck. As you can see, this on the same section is also represented as neck. Now the Surya is shoulder, Soma is shoulder. Okay. Satya is arm, and Bhalat is arm. Right. So as they are moving, because this is on this side, which is the right side, and this is on the left side. Now Brisha is hand, here Mukhya is hand. So they're going in sync, right? So Even though this is not in proportion, if you do it in square, then you can see they're going in sync, right? So then Akash is elbow. Here Naga is elbow. My spelling is wrong here, but it is elbow. Now Agni or Anil, which is the forearm, this is southeast, this is northeast, Surya is east. Okay, so Agni is forearm, and then Vayu is forearm. So we finish here. Then you go to Roga is wrist. Then you come here, Pusha is wrist. Vitat is your side, and so Source is your side. Grihekshat is also side, and Asur is also side. And then Varuna, which is your west, and Yama, which is your south, gives you thighs. Then you get Sugriv and Gandharva, which is in the SSW zone, is knees, and this is in the WSW, which is also knee. Pushpdanta is your shank, and Bhringraj is shank. Mrisha is buttock, and Dovik is also buttock. So this part, you know, Mrisha and Dwarik, and Pitri, which is your feet. That's your southwest. Genitals are here, so that part. So anything on this axis is both genitals. Mitra is stomach. Okay. Brahma is heart. Buddha is breast. Vivaswan is hips, and then your finger of tips, hairs, as you can see, fingertips, because your hands are on this side, and then root of fingers. Similarly, root of fingers and fingertips. Fingertips are here. Again, this is a typo. So the whole reason of showcasing this today, which is normally we cover in our Vastu course as well, is to tell you that these are the body parts which are represented by our respective zones or devtas. So if somebody having a eyesight problems, then the first zone you must look at is this, right? These two devtas, which is in the northeast. Obviously, we know that the trine model and also the angular model, which means if you're not seeing anything, then you must see 180 degree opposite to that, and then perpendicular to that as well, which is our the angular method, right? Or the swastik model as well. So you can see eye. If your eyes are you're having some issues, then look at these zones. If your ear, you're facing some issues in ear, then you also look at these zones, right? Similarly, hips, right? This is also the zones for kidneys. So if people are having issues in kidneys, then they must look at this Vivaswan, right? People having girls, you know, ladies having any breast cancer, they must look at Bhudar, for example, right? People having PCOD or you know, girls suffering from conceiving issues or not being able to conceive properly, or after the pregnant, you know, while once they're pregnant, they're not able to deliver properly, or they're facing issues, they also need to, because this is the genitals area. Obviously, there are other areas for the child or for conceiving the child, but this is one area. They always say that, you know, you should have your a labor room in southwest, so that the devta here actually gives you the blessing, so that the childbirth, or sorry, the delivery of the baby actually goes easily, right? So this is a very important zone for people who are pregnant or who are in the process of conceiving, right? So like this, I've just showcased you this simple model here. You can just use it and apply it, and try to do diagnose the problems which people are facing in day-to-day life, and then, you know, try to see that. Similarly, you can also, on top of that, you can also bring your knowledge of astrology. So for example, we know somebody who's facing an issue in kidney, so we look at that here, but also Venus is represented with kidneys, right? So you must look at southeast, right? So you also can bring the astro, you can combine the astrology with Vastu and trying to correlate with that. So you can bring that. So kidneys, you can look here, right? Because southeast Shukra is a kidney. Somebody having a mental issue or depression, right? So okay, you know, we see head here, we see nerves here. If you have a nerve problem, you see it here. But if somebody is having a depression which is to do with moon, which is to do with emotions, then you must look at it here. So like this, you can you know, bring the combination of astrology and Vastu and try to diagnose the problem of a person who is facing it. One more thing which I normally do is, which is probably taught in our advanced course, which is where that we then use the look at the floor plan, look at the ailment, and then try to match with your birth chart and see whether your birth chart is saying the same thing or not. Because sometimes what happens is the floor plan is accurate, the birth chart could be wrong, or the birth chart is accurate, the floor plan could be wrong, meaning the plotting of the zones might be wrong because somebody might have taken a wrong degree by the compass. So it is always good to cross check that which one is doing what. Obviously the four part stages of the Vastu process is that you look at the symptoms, look at the entrance, look at the 5 elements, look at the various zones, and then compile the audit of the whole house and then see what is going on. Anyway, I thought let me do this. I'm going to do a couple of more videos later today. There will be another eye-opener videos, hopefully on Vastu, and also how do we recharge some of the zones using different remedies. So I hope you found this useful. Please do provide your feedback. And again, people who want to join our online course, please enroll. The registrations are open, and please do provide your feedback. Thank you. Bye.